Okay. So hello everyone and good evening everyone. Welcome to the session of Finance Current Affairs. I hope everything is fine with my audio and video. You can hear me properly and everything is fine with my audio and my video as well. Could you please confirm in the comment section that yes, everything is fine? Okay, I believe I have checked it on my side. Everything is fine. So video is fine and the video also the audio is fine. Okay, so we are starting with the session. So in this session we have three news which are all related to the RBI only. Okay, so we are going to understand them one by one in a easy language and in a very simplified language. ठीक है? तो स्टार्ट करते हैं. So the first direction is related to RBI, which is being named as RBI Trade Relief Measures Direction. As we know, there is a lot of crisis and there is a lot of problem that is going on the West Asian area, and because of which our exporters are being getting hurt, right? अगर उन्हें कोई गुड एक्सपोर्ट करनी है तो वो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, राइट? अब उस एक्सपोर्ट के अगेंस्ट उन्होंने शायद लोन भी लिए होंगे, right? They might have taken some loan against those export, right? So they are now is not able to pay off their loan. They are not able to repay their loan. So that is the reason RBI has came up with a relief measure for exporters wherein they can repay the amount for a extended period. That means they will be allowed to have an extended period to repay the amount, plus they will be also having some more measures as well. So we will read about them one by one. So all because of the geopolitical tension which is being caused by what? The West Asian crisis, and we need to ensure that there is a continuity of viable businesses. The RBI have released a relief measures for exporters. इस direction का नाम, the name of the direction is being named as RBI Trade Relief Measures 2026. Okay, thank you Gitanjali, thank you Maninder. Okay, so these are going to be effective immediately, and applicability, that means who is going to follow these guidelines. So these are commercial banks, these are primary UCBs, state cooperative banks and central cooperative banks. Apart from this, NBFC which are into the factoring business, factoring का मतलब है which are into discounting of bills, okay, they are also under these regulations, and all India financial institutions are also part of this. So these are the changes, these are the direction is all about. ठीक है, की चेंजेस क्या क्या है, क्या चीजें ये लेकर आए हैं या फिर क्या रिलीफ है एक्चुअल में, दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. So first thing is that they are being enhanced credit period, they are being provided with the credit enhanced period which is 450 days, right? Generally, the loan have a fixed period in which it has to be paid. It has a fixed tenure, say 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, in which the repayment has to be done. Okay. But now they are being given extended timeline of 450 days or of 450 days where they will be given a timeline wherein they can repay their loan amount, right? And that is for both kind of, we can say, loans. That is for प्री शिपमेंट एंड पोस्ट शिपमेंट. इसका क्या मतलब है? प्री शिपमेंट का मतलब है कि आपने एक्सपोर्टर्स को शिप करने से पहले ही गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आपने उन्हें कोई लोन दिया. नाउ लेट्स जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दीज थिंग्स. ओके, सो प्री शिपमेंट, पोस्ट शिपमेंट. ओके, हम यहां समझ लेते हैं. ओके, loan which is being given to the exporter can be of two type. One is your pre shipment and post shipment. प्री शिपमेंट इज बिफोर द गुड्स आर बीइंग एक्सपोर्टेड, तो ताकि वो अपनी गुड्स बना ले फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ गुड्स, राइट? दे आर बीइंग प्रोवाइडेड विद सम लोन. पोस्ट शिपमेंट, दैट मीन्स दे हैव एक्सपोर्टेड द गुड्स, they have exported the goods, they just need more money to continue their business, right? So this is the agenda, pre-shipment and post-shipment. So it doesn't matter the exporter have taken a pre-shipment loan or a post-shipment loan, they will be allowed with this relief. Which loans are applicable under this? Which are dispersed till June 30, 2026. जिनको June 2026 तक दिए हुए हैं, 30th June of 2026, all those loans are going to be provided with this relief. In case exporters have took loan, that is इसको ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, पैकिंग क्रेडिट फैसिलिटी, कोई क्रेडिट फैसिलिटीज ली है बाय द एक्सपोर्टर्स एंड इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज दे हैव टेकन सम काइंड ऑफ लोन. सो इन दैट केस इफ दे आर नॉट एबल टू शिप देयर गुड्स, अगर वो उस केस में क्या नहीं कर पाए, अपनी शिप नहीं कर पाए गुड, दैट मीन्स वो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर पाए अपनी गुड्स, राइट. तो यानी कि अब उनको एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर पाए तो उनको रीपेमेंट भी नहीं मिलेगी फॉर देयर व्हाट, फॉर देयर शिप्ड गुड्स विच आर नॉट बीइंग शिप्ड ड्यू टू द क्राइसिस. तो उस केस में क्या कह रहे हैं कि यू कैन डू द रीपेमेंट बेस्ड ऑन टू लेजिटिमेट एंड वी कैन से ऑल्टरनेटिव सोर्सेज. अगर आपके पास लीगल सोर्सेज हैं जिससे आप रीपेमेंट कर सकते हैं, आपके पास पैसे हैं, यू कैन मेक दैट पेमेंट done through the domestic sale of the goods. That means you can sell your goods and services within the territories of the countries, right? And within the territories of the countries, if you have sold your good and you have earned some money, using that money you can repay the loan. So that is again one of the alternative source through which you can repay the loan. Earlier this was not allowed for the exporters. They have to repay their amount from the exported goods only. Now this is a relief. So second thing is substitution of contract with the proceedings of another export order. So there was some another export order on which you have received some payment, and using that payment you are repaying the loan amount. Using that alternative source as well, you can repay the payment. So these are the two major sources, and we can say the two major changes that has happened in this particular measure. तो आप याद रखेंगे, क्या याद रखने वाली चीज है, पहला एक्सटेंशन ऑफ 450 days of loan, and the second is that they have two more alternative sources through which they can repay the loan. Now this is specifically for the exporters only. Let's just move ahead with the next news, that is second news, which is lead bank for new district in Goa. Before we get into the news, first we need to understand what do we mean by the lead bank. अब lead bank क्या होता है, that lead bank is a bank which is being selected by the RBI for a particular district, right? There is a particular district on which there would be a lead bank. As the name tells you, this is a lead bank. That means this is going to provide some kind of leadership to the district and their respective financial institutions and banks. They will provide leadership for what? They will provide leadership for a plan that is to be executed by these financial institutions and bank. What kind of plan? Such as credit expansion, credit disbursement, mass banking, or financial inclusion. All these are some plans which are being executed, or we can say enforced by the lead bank in that particular district. अब पहले प्रॉब्लम क्या थी लीड बैंक से, और लीड बैंक स्कीम आई ही क्यों इन इंडिया, तो पहले हम इस चीज को समझेंगे. देखिए प्रॉब्लम क्या थी, दैट इन 90 जैसे ही हमारा इंडिया जो था इंडिपेंडेंस से मिली थी, जैसे इंडिया क्या हुआ, इंडिपेंडेंट हुआ, majority of the banks were serving the elite groups, okay, and they were held by whom, the industrialist, the large big rich industrialist. So they were only catering to the requirement of whom, the elite group, ठीक है. तो ज्यादा मास बैंकिंग नहीं हो रही थी. they were looking at the classic banking, जहां पर कुछ ग्रुप्स को ही फेवर किया जा रहा था while giving the banking services, right? So this was a kind of biasness that was there after the independence, after we can say post independence, right? Now at this time the agenda was of the RBI and for the government was to look at what, look at the rural area, and the agenda was on, and the focus was on mass banking, कि हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोन दें, ज्यादा से ज्यादा बेसिक बैंकिंग सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करवाएं टू एवरीवन इन अ अफोर्डेबल प्राइसेस. दैट इज मास बैंकिंग पे फॉलो किया गया इंस्टेड ऑफ हैविंग फोकस्ड बैंकिंग ऑन द एलाइड ग्रुप्स ओनली, राइट? सो दैट इज द रीजन इन 1969 RBI came up with the scheme of लीड बैंक स्कीम. क्या निकाली थी, लीड बैंक स्कीम निकाली थी व्हेन, इन 1969 बाय whom, बाय द RBI ओनली. Okay, the scheme was initiated जहां पर there would be a particular district, एक particular district पे there would be a lead bank, a leader who is going to see that whether the requirement or issues of that particular area is being we can say solved or not, है ना. उस एरिया की रिलेटेड सारी प्रॉब्लम्स, उस एरिया से रिलेटेड सारे इश्यूज आर बीइंग रिजॉल्व्ड और नॉट, ठीक है, और बेसिक बैंकिंग सर्विसेज उन्हें मिल रही है कि नहीं. सो RBI said that instead of going and focusing on each and every area of India, Instead of that, we are just focusing on different states based on the districts, राइट सो सभी स्टेट्स को, सभी इंडिया के स्टेट्स को डिस्ट्रिक्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया गया और हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट की अपनी अपनी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, अपने अपने लैक हो सकता है जो उन्हें नहीं मिल रहा, एंड बेस्ड ऑन द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ दैट डिस्ट्रिक्ट देयर वुड बी अ लीड बैंक हु विल बी लीडिंग द एंटायर फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया. सो व्हाट वी आर calling this as lead bank scheme क्या है? This is the area approach. Based on the area, we are having a plan which is suitable for them, right? So area approach आया था. सबसे पहले किसने रिकमेंड किया था? सबसे पहले DR कार्डगिल स्टडी ग्रुप था जिन्होंने रिकमेंड किया था दैट वी शुड हैव अ एरिया अप्रोच. दैट मींस हमें एक लीड बैंक स्कीम लेके आनी चाहिए दैट इज गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर डिस्ट्रिक्ट रिक्वायरमेंट. फिर उसके बाद FKF नरीमन कमेटी, बहुत ही फेमस कमेटी है नरीमन कमेटी 1969, इन्होंने फाइनली अप्रूव कर दिया था इन 1969 दैट देयर शुड बी अ एरिया अप्रोच आइडिया एंड हेंस RBI रिलीज्ड इट. तो लीड बैंक क्या है एक बार दोबारा से देख लेते हैं. सो RBI विल सेलेक्ट अ कमर्शियल बैंक एज अ लीड बैंक इन ईच डिस्ट्रिक्ट टू कोऑर्डिनेट द एक्टिविटीज ऑफ क्रेडिट इंस्टीट्यूशंस. जितने भी क्रेडिट इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं या फिर गवर्नमेंट है उनके साथ कोऑर्डिनेट करेगा, इंश्योर करेगा दैट यस द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द बैंक्स हैज बीन मेट, राइट. एंड द एजेंडा इज टू इंक्रीज द क्रेडिट फ्लो इंक्रीज करेंगे, प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर्स को केटर करेंगे एंड वी विल ट्राई टू प्रमोट द फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन एज वेल. So this was the whole agenda. अब हम न्यूज पे फोकस करते हैं that what exactly this news is talking about. I'll come to this particular diagram once we are done with the news. Okay? तो हुआ क्या है, गोवा में एक नया डिस्ट्रिक्ट बना है जिसका नाम क्या है, खुशावती. खुशावती नाम का एक नया डिस्ट्रिक्ट बना है इन गोवा एंड दिस इज द न्यू डिस्ट्रिक्ट दैट इज बीइंग रिलीज्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया through their notification, through their official notification. And RBI on the other hand have allotted and have given a responsibility to whom? To SBI as a lead bank in Kushavati district of Goa, right? So this Kushavati district having a code of what? 02W. So this code is being given to each and every district. That is very easy for each and every bank to recognize a particular district. So each and every district is being assigned with a unique code. In this case, what is the code of Kushavati? 0 to 11. 0 to 12, sorry, 0 to W. 0 to W is the code. Okay, yes. So now we are moving towards this particular diagram. So I have told you that what is lead scheme. ठीक है, lead scheme क्या होती है, and this is a very important thing when we need to understand that lead bank किस तरह से काम करती है या फिर एक जो particular scheme है ये वाली RBI की, ये किस तरह से काम करती है. You can see the pyramid in the picture, right? So at the very bottom there is a base level which is block level committee, and then we have district level committee which is a intermediate level of committee, district level committee, and then we have at the apex level, that is at the top level, we have state level committee, right? इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द बेस लेवल में क्या है, ब्लॉक, यानी कि हम पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट को किस तरह से डिवाइड कर देते हैं इन ब्लॉक्स, इन रूरल एरियाज और इन वी कैन से विलेजेस. तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, वी हैव अ कमेटी बेस्ड ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्लॉक. और ब्लॉक क्या काम करता है, ये पर्टिकुलर कमेटी क्या काम करती है, दे रिव्यू दैट वेदर द प्लान विच इज बीइंग गिवन बाय द स्टेट और द डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज बीइंग इम्प्लीमेंटेड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर ब्लॉक और नॉट. ठीक है, उस पर्टिकुलर ब्लॉक की क्या इश्यूज हैं, कहां पर कमी है, व्हाट इज बीइंग लैकिंग है, उस चीज को कम्युनिकेट करता है टुवर्ड्स whom? The district level of committees, the district level of committee. And whosoever are the member of this committee, the bank, government agency and other stakeholders are a part of this committee. Then there is the intermediate level of committee which is district level. District level में हमारे पास दो committees हैं. There is one, the district consultative committee DCC, and then there is district level review committee. ठीक है, दो committees हैं. तो जो review committee है we can call it as a sub committee. ये सब कमेटी क्यों है, because it is working whether whatever is being implemented by the plan which is being given by the DCC, it is being implemented or not. तो हमारे पास दो हो गई, एक तो हो गई DCC, ये क्या बनाती है, प्लान बनाती है, and DLRC that is review committee है. तो what it does, it ensures that whether it is being implemented or executed or not. तो ये ग्राउंड लेवल चेक करती है, रिव्यू करती है that whether the plan has been implemented or not. देन उसके बाद हमारे पास आती है स्टेट लेवल कमेटी, द एपेक्स लेवल कमेटी, राइट. देन SLBC stands for स्टेट लेवल बैंकर्स कमेटी and UTLC UTLBC stands for Union Territory Level Banker Committee. Now what these committee do? They make plan on a top level. यानी कि वो अपना full and final agenda देते हैं that is to be followed by that entire state and their respective district and block as well. तो ये क्या करते हैं? Full plan create करते हैं, decision making करते हैं and ensure करते हैं the district and the block levels are actually reviewing and actually implementing the plan at the ground level or not. तो इस तरह से आपकी जो lead bank scheme है which is being created, right? I hope everything is fine so far. So let's just move ahead with the third news. Again ये भी क्या है? RBI की news है which is being named as Risk Management and Interbank Dealing 2026 और ये क्या है? रिवाइज है। तो इसमें क्या एक बहुत ही मेजर चेंज लेकर आए हैं आरबीआई। नाउ एज वी नो व्हाट वी नो दैट योर रुपी हैज अ लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर। अभी हमारा जो रुपी है इट इज डेप्रिशिएटिंग अगेंस्ट डॉलर्स। इफ यू कैन सी दिस पिक्चर currently it is 92 rupees against $1, right, which is huge. It is a sign of depreciation. The value of our currency is being dropping day by day. It is depreciating. अगर इसी वैल्यू को हम एक साल पहले, आज कितनी है? 2 अप्रैल है, right? Today is 2 April, right? Same 2 April 2025. The same value of Indian rupee against dollar was 85.65 rupees against $1. So you can see that how much pressure has been increased over Indian rupees due to this Asian West crisis, right? And because there is a lot of pressure on the Indian rupee, so RBI is taking care of the rupee now. Because अभी क्या हो रहा है? अभी दो तरीकों से हम कह सकते हैं डेरिवेटिव कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स जो हैं related to INR is being conducted in our domestic area. The first is deliverable contracts and another one is non-deliverable contracts, right? So these two are a type of again derivatives हैं. The deliverable contract of derivative is a kind of derivative wherein the actual money is being exchanged. That means अगर आपने एक एग्जाम्पल लेके चलते हैं deliverable contracts का, मान लीजिए that there is an exporter, एक एक्सपोर्टर था, उसको 3 महीने बाद आफ्टर 3 months they are supposed to get a repayment of their exported goods, say $10,000, and they don't know that after 3 months what would be the right we can say Indian INR against the dollars. So today it is 83. They have a fear, what if it becomes higher, it reaches to say 90 or crosses 90 above against each dollar. So that is the reason he entered into a future contract wherein they said that I'm going to enter into a deliverable contract with a bank saying that I want to fix my prices today at 83. So after 3 months when I get a payment of 10,000 rupees, no matter what would be the amount, what would be the INR against dollar at that point of time, I'm going to pay you, you are going to pay me 83, that is 8,30,000 against these $10,000. That is your Indian rupees will be transferred or converted by the bank, right? So in this case, exporter has saved itself from falling value of 83 to say 81. So that will reduce their INR value, right? So that is the reason. So this is a deliverable contract. Why? Because actually bank is going to give the money, that is rupees, and take the we can say dollars against the rupees, right? So this is a complete hedging. Why? The exporter is genuinely want to mitigate their risk, right? They genuinely want to mitigate their risk and they want to protect themselves, right? And on the other hand, we have non-deliverable contract. A non-deliverable contract is solely works on betting. Suppose there is a trader who says that today the Indian rupee is 80 and in next 3 months it is going to reach 90. So suppose his betting gets correct. After 3 months the INR was standing at rupees 90 against $1. So what his betting was from 80 to 90. So he bought at 80 and sold at 90 the INR, and hence he gain a return, or we can say he gain a we can say profit of 10 rupees on every dollar, right? So this is, they are just actually transferring the profit. They are just actually transferring the profit, and they are not actually transferring the dollars against the rupees. They are just netting off the profits and the losses. So this is purely being done because of the speculation, because of the greed of earning good profits or revenue, right? What RBI is saying in this notification? RBI is saying that I'm going to ban this particular contract, that is NDF contract, non-deliverable contract, because traders are entering into this contract in order to just earn some revenue or profit. So these are putting a lot of pressure on the Indian rupee. So that is the reason they have banned this particular we can say contract by each and every trader or bank as well. Okay, so let's just read out. So RBI has changed some rules for the banks, that is for the authorized dealers who are dealing with the foreign exchange and who are entering into a derivative contract, especially in the INR. The goal is to reduce the risk and speculation on the currency market, especially INR. And these changes are going to be immediately effective. What are the main three key changes? The first is ban on the non-deliverable of the INR derivative, because these are being done only for the, for what? For earning the profit. So banks cannot offer what? NDF contracts in INR to anyone, whether it is a resident or whether it is a NRI, that is non-resident. But there is a condition that deliverable contracts are still allowed. The deliverable contracts that we just read about, this one contracts, these are still allowed to be done by the banks, because these are to help the exporters in mitigating their risk. Then no rebooking after cancellation. Once that derivative has been cancelled, right? Suppose there was an investor who first entered into a contract, right? And now they want to cancel it, and they have cancelled it. And now they have rechanged their mind and they're saying, yes, I want to enter into this again derivative. So they are saying this rebooking is not allowed, because you are entering into the derivative and then you are exiting it, right? So that is putting again a lot of speculative changes on the INR, and hence we are not allowing you to do that. Then we have no deals with the related party. कोई भी बैंक है वो अपनी related party से deal नहीं कर सकता. That means the bank cannot deal with the related parties who comes in, who all fall under the, we can say, group of related parties. So that is related group companies, that is your subsidiaries, your sister companies, right? All these are going to be part of your related party. Your spouse, your children, your parents, all these are part of your related party. So once you have, you as a bank, you cannot deal with INR derivative with your related party at all. So this has been done in order to avoid any kind of conflict of interest, right? So any question as of now from this, whatever we have discussed so far? Any doubts, any question? Yes. कोई डाउट है तो you can communicate here in the live chat. जल्दी से बताइए कोई डाउट है, so we can take that into account. So far अभी हमने जितने भी 3 न्यूज़ डिस्कस करी हैं, do you have any doubt from that? Yes. If you have no doubt, you can tell me that you have no doubt. Okay. So be communicative while you are attending a live class, because what is the use of live class then if you are not communicating and if you are not asking your doubts with me? Okay, you have understood everything. So great. Uh, Fine. So we are now discussing the questions. Okay, so questions are again very important. So, in the light of recent discussion and the direction issued by the RBI under Trade Relief Measure 2026, which of the following statement best captures the key regulatory change regarding export credit? So, what are the key changes that has happened in the export credit? So, the first one is export credit repayment must strictly originate from proceedings of the same export transaction without exception. B. Exporters are now exempted from repaying the pre-shipment credit if export fails due to geopolitical tension. Regulated entities may allow repayment of packing credit from alternative legitimate sources, including domestic sales or proceedings from another export order. Export credit tenure has been permanently increased to 450 days for all the future disbursement without any time limit. Only post shipment credit qualifies for the repayment flexibility under the revised direction. Yes, C. Good, everyone. Good. So C is the right answer. That is, they have been allowed to use alternative sources of money in order to repay the money. Right? Why 450? 450, that is D option is incorrect. It is saying that without any timeline, and this is a permanent increase. They haven't stated it as a permanent, we can say, permanent, we can say increased days and exceeded days. These are just for few days, or we can say this is a temporary change as of now. जब तक हमें आरबीआई नहीं कहते, राइट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. The RBI recently issued directions regarding the formation of new district in Goa under the LBS scheme, which is lead bank scheme. Which of the following correctly reflects the change? Which of the following correctly reflect the change? So I just want you to go through the options. Just go through the option and tell me what would be the right answer. So if you are watching this recorded session, I just want you to stop this, we can say video right now, and then you answer this question and write it in the comment section so that I can see that whether you are actually solving this question on your own or not. Otherwise, if you are just watching it like that, this is not useful for you. Otherwise, it won't be a fruitful session for you. Great, Gitanjali. Great, Manish. Good job. Yes, B is the right answer. That is, the new district is being named as Kushavati. You will remember the name Kushavati with their code, respective code 02W. And it has been formed, and lead bank responsibility has been given to SBI, which is correct here. Good job, everyone. Question number 3. Under the lead bank scheme, which of the following statement best describes the lead bank in a district? So we have just understood about the lead bank scheme. So you will tell me that which of the following options are correct here. Yes. Read the entire questions. Yes. C is the right answer. That is, it coordinates the activities of various financial institutions and government agencies to implement the district credit plans. So this is true. That is right. Great job. Good. Good, Gitanjali. Great. Now this is last question. That is question number 4. With reference to recent directions issued by the RBI on risk management interbank dealings 2026, which of the following statement is or are correct? Okay, so these are 4 statements, right? You need to tell me that which of the following statements is or are correct. Yes, I'm just giving you ample amount of time to solve this question. Okay, so the right answer in this case is A, that is 1 and 2. Why? The authorized dealers are prohibited from offering non-deliverable contracts, right? So NDCs are being stopped, which are again a derivative contracts in INR, specifically to both non-resident and resident. Why second is correct? Because deliverable foreign exchange derivatives contracts can be still offered for the genuine hedging of risk. Hedging का क्या मतलब होता है कि आपका कोई genuine reason है because of which you are trying to mitigate the risk. रिस्क को mitigate करना मना नहीं है, पर अगर आप यूज कर रहे हैं डेरिवेटिव कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का with an agenda of earning a profit only, then you are not being allowed in that INR related derivative contracts, right? and hence it is third one is incorrect, and we can say fourth one is incorrect. Why? Because rebooking of cancelled foreign exchange derivative contracts involving in INR is permanent. So it is not permitted now. Authorized dealers are allowed to undertake a derivative transaction involving INR with their related parties under the disclosure norms. So this is incorrect. They have strictly said it no to the related party transactions related to derivative contracts in INR. Right? So only A is the right answer. Right? So this is your package that you can access if you are preparing for the RBI Grade B examination. This is at a discounted prices under super premium league, we can say theme. So you can simply go. And apart from this particular session of finance current affairs is being taken on every that is 4 p.m. on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So all the latest RBI related circulars plus we can say other finance related current affairs are also being covered on a daily basis, okay, without any fail. So I hope this session is fruitful for you, and we will meet again on our next session with new newses, with new latest circulars and notifications of the RBI. So goodbye everyone. I hope this is a good session, and this was fruitful.